Right, hello people, and welcome back to another dual beer review with me, Ruku, and obviously Jimbo. And today's one is Chimay Blue. Absolutely love this stuff. 330, 9%, and yeah, it's a Trappist beer. Should be stored at 10 to 12 degrees, if you can be bothered to do that. I know most people don't. Crack this open. I'll tell you what. Whoa. That was well saved. That was well saved.
Good man.
Look at that. It's literally, the foam is right there. It just.
Wow.
Mostly over my hand, but yeah. It's all good.
And I read you have to leave a little bit in the bottle like we did last time.
You can do, but I never do. I always just pour it straight in, but you can leave a little bit in there should you want to. I've really made a mess of this. I've just got beer all over my hands, all over my fucking neck.
Oh no! I love the shape of the bottle and stuff. Pretty neat.
Yeah, again, these I like to call like stubby bottles. I find that no one else does these really except in Belgium. I've never really seen any other sort of country try to imitate the bottle. Right. I mean, these are like really unique looking.
Yeah, I agree. Very dark, just like the bottle color.
Yeah,
it's very cloudy, probably because it poured in the yeast. Oh, nice! You got the glass as well.
Yeah, I've got most glasses. Yeah, there's you can see the stem there indents.
Oh, cool!
Laser cut.
Laser. Yeah. Oh, that's smooth.
Oh, that's beautiful. That.
And it's not too bubbly. I say that about elbows, but this is definitely not bubbly.
It's not bubbly. Do you know what I really love about this? Is the warmth that this gives you. You drink it and you get a nice warmth. It's rich flavours also.
Yeah. Caramel definitely sticks out. Yeah, definitely caramel, like a wouldn't say nutty, but a lot of people saying they taste like dark plum. I'm not tasting that, but I mean,
yeah, I get that. I get like a dark plum sort of raisin type taste.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, I was thinking of raisin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And again, the aftertaste just keeps on going. It's one of those beers that will just keep going with the aftertaste.
Yeah.
But obviously, I know you got some facts, but I do know that the actual name of this beer is actually named after a place in Belgium.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually named after a little town in Belgium, which is quite cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Definitely on the places to visit for sure.
Well, Belgium have a lot. Well, I say a lot. I think it's about 6 Trappist breweries and around about 5 to 6 abbeys as well, if not more. So a majority of the Trappist beers are from Belgium, and then there's only one in the US. There's one in the Netherlands, and then there's also one in England as well now.
Yeah, so they came up with my facts. I think it was like 6 out of 11 or something like that. Did I write that down? Anyway, we'll probably come back to that. But we're talking about flavour as well. It hits me right off the back like it's a Christmas drink. And funny enough, this was made as a special Christmas edition at the time. In 1948, and because it was so popular, they finally made it full production in 1954. So I don't blame it. That's pretty cool.
because their first ever Chimay was the red version, which was they call that the original version. So red, the first ever one. And then, like you say, because this one was so popular, that's why they just thought, sod it, we can make something out of this, and they did.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, it was the best choice.
Yeah. And because it's a tapestry, I think I'm saying that right. Trappist.
Yeah. Yeah, Trappist. Yeah.
Yeah, all profits go to charity. So in '97, they were allowed to use a production label certification. But apparently, there's like 3 rules to it. Profits go to charity. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, that's how you know it's authentic. It's a badge.
So it's made under a monk's supervision, and it's created just for supporting the monastic lifestyle. So that's how you get your certification.
And what I really love about these Trappist beers and beers in general that are made by monks is the fact that, like you said, all profits of the beer goes towards the upkeep of the monastery, which I think's incredible, because these buildings, don't forget, are really, really, really old. And second of all, they live off their own land. So Chimay also make cheese as well. So they do sell their own cheese on site, and it's made from their own cattle. So everything they make is all natural, all original. Do you know what I mean? It's just real proper craftsmanship. You know, no one does that nowadays. Like, to make a beer and then to make the cheese that goes with it off your own resources is some fucking good going.
Yeah. Especially if you keep all that in house and then put the money back in to invest into upkeep, and that's brilliant.
I mean, I would like to know though, like, I mean, I know they make probably thousands of hectolitres of this stuff every time, but I would like to know actually how much money they claw back, because surely, you know, they must have to pay some aspect of, like, I don't know, like royalties of some kind just to get it out on shops and stuff, and for people to have this, like, you know, for example, off licenses, or like a separate brewery to, you know, have that permission. So surely they must have to pay a commission for that. But I would like to know how much they sort of actually get back to the monastery. So, like, you know, if this, you know, this actually sent me back like £4, but out of that £4, does all £4 go to them, or does only like £3 go to them? That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah, that's a good point. And avoiding tax, maybe. No.
Yeah, I knew those monks were up to something, dodgy bastards.
No, this is wonderful. It's a shame they don't do this on tap as well. I think it only comes in the bottle, right?
They do it on tap in Belgium.
That makes sense.
But again, it's very hard to find. They will only mostly bring it out in bottles, but there are, like, I think 2 or 3 places in Belgium that actually do it on draft, and it's very hard to find. But the unique thing as well is in Belgium, they'll bring you, if you ask for all the Chimays, like red, white, blue, etc., they will bring out like a tray, like a platter tray thing. And what they do is they put all these Chimays, it's like on a spiral stem. And they'll put them all on these spiral stem. It's so cool to look at it. It's like a Christmas tree, but it sort of goes round. And each beer's got a different level. So, like, they'll do red being the weakest, then white, and so on. It goes in strength all the way down.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So, and they just lift it up. It's so cool. There was a video once I saw on YouTube of it about the whole behind the scenes of the monastery, and it was mind blowing just to see the monks in action. They won't let you in the brewery room, but they take you to the cafe over the other side of the road, for example, and there it was. You know, they're dishing out all the cheese and the beer and that, and I was just like, that is so cool.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely on the wish list to go on the Belgium. Stop over on this brewery.
Well, you can drive there in about an hour, I think, or so. Something stupid like that. You get the shuttle, is it, and you're there within like half an hour, 45 minutes by car. So it doesn't take that long to get there, but I'd be a bit worried because I'd probably come back with more than I should. The boot's loaded up, the roof's loaded up.
Yeah, I swear I'm not selling it. It's just for me. It's just for me.
You sure? Yeah, 100%.
No, it's good. This is definitely an evening beer, for me at least. Definitely around Christmas time as well, like it was made for.
Yeah.
All those flavours
Again,
and the food you're eating as well. Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's because of the flavours, the richness that it brings, and you can understand why this would go. Oh, and we got a comment from Sarah. Evening, guys. Just a question: is there any special edition Chimays? Yes, there is. There is Chimay Grand Reserve. So Grand Reserve, don't be confused by, because they call this Chimay Blue. They call this Chimay Grand Reserve as well. Chimay Grand Reserve is a special edition beer they bring out once a year. Generally about 11.5% in alcohol, and each time they make this, it's always brewed in a different barrel. So I had one from last year that was brewed in whiskey barrels.
Ooh,
and
nice.
the flavors it's so intense. It's a shame because it cost me a lot of money for the actual bottle, but
yeah,
God, honestly, it took me probably over an hour to drink it because I didn't want it to end. It was that good. I was just like, I'm going to nip it.
Yeah, don't blame you. Yeah.
It kind of didn't work out that way. I kind of ended up necking half the bottle and then sort of saving the other half. But when it ended, I was a bit like, I felt like nearly crying because I was like, this is so good. I want more. I just didn't have any. I didn't buy the second bottle, sadly.
Wow. So on this one, what would you rate it out of 10?
Oh, it's going to be a 10 all day long. I mean, it is just such a fantastic beer. I mean, I've never had. Hey, Mersey Beers is with us. He's come right in like when we're rounding this off. Sorry, Mersey Beers, we're literally at the end of this now, but yeah, good to see you. Good to see you, mate. I'm glad you've joined us. Yeah, I mean, I would give this a 10 out of 10. Definitely, it's rich, it's complex, it's got a warmth to it, slight sweet. I love it. I generally love it.
It is good. It's definitely good. And I mean, like you said, the price, I think it may be worth it.
Right. So yeah, Sarah. Yeah, the so when you're drinking a special edition version of this, then yes, it's kind of depending on the barrel they use. But they did, I think, they do a bourbon one. I can't remember. I think they did a cognac one years ago. I missed out on that one, but I'm not a lover of cognac anyway, so I don't think I'd have liked that. But they did do a cognac version. But yeah, this alone, I mean, all right, it's expensive. I'd say like £4 a pop, but if you know where you're looking, you can buy the bigger versions of these for like a £5 or so, and it's corked. But that's a rarity nowadays. You can mostly pick the bigger 750 up for like £10 now.
Seems like a lot of the big bottles you mentioned are being corked and stuff. That's kind of cool.
But having said that, they're changing it.
Wow, why is that?
I have no idea. Lef is a classic example. I love Lef. I've been drinking that since, well, as long as I remember. And that used to be in a big 750ml with a cork in it. And now they've done away with that, and it's now just a standard cap, literally like the same as this. And it really fucked me off because I was like, that's the reason why it's special. It's a big 750ml corked. No one else does this, and you're now taking its identity away.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I just see notification. Grand Reserve. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, it's about Grand Reserve is probably this one, probably the blue. Well, for that price anyway, you wouldn't get the special edition one for that. I think I paid about 15 quid, 16 quid for the special edition.
Jesus,
Worth
what
every
size
penny.
bottle? Was it the same size bottle as this? Or bigger?
No, it's a big 750.
Oh, okay.
Massive 750 bottle. I mean, you can buy them in 750s or like a 475, which I thought was a bit odd. Like, why 75? Just round it off to either a 500 or a 400.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe.
I've never known.
Yeah, it is odd. And what did Sarah just say?
Guessing a cork bug Chimay Blue has a slightly. It does. The only different taste that you get from being a cork version is the head is a lot more foamier and it's a lot more bitter as well. It really gives the head a real bubbly feel that's bitter, thick, foamy. Yeah, was the blue and white was 18. Yeah, that's about right. If you're going to buy the two together. Sorry, I mean guessing the what? I'm guessing the big Chimay Blue corks has. Yeah, we just covered that. Yeah, it does. It is, as I said, the head is the only difference in it. The alcohol content doesn't change, the flavour doesn't change. It's just the head.
Just the head.
But
interesting.
It's almost you said just for the hell of it. Then so the way you sort of said that was so dry. It's like just for the hell of it. But yeah, just for the hell of it, why not?
There you go.
And yeah, I mean, an actual true fact. I mean, I actually once sat there to see how many of these I could drink in one sitting, and I managed at least, I think, about 7 or 8 of these. I think I told you this before, and yeah, I felt perfectly fine. And then the minute I stood up, I was like, and we're going to sit back down again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fucking smashed on this. But yeah, what a journey that was. Maybe I should do a live video again of see how many Chimay Blues I can drink in one sitting.
Yeah, I think we should definitely do that.
Last one I did was how many beers I can drink live, and I got through about 7 or 8, all at different strengths. The lowest was about 4, and the highest was like 8.5. I think I drank like 4 Duvels at 8.5. I done like one, I don't know, one Tisky, I think. One bottle left, 2 or 3 Deliriums. Yeah, just mad.
Crazy.
There's a chance when you go. I definitely would. Don't know about you, Jimbo. Would you go Belgium?
Yeah, definitely. Been there as a kid, but that's too young to drink. But yeah, definitely taking the chance again. I'll definitely go back.
Yeah, Left already is in cans. You can actually buy Left Blonde and 9 in cans from Belgium directly. And the good news is they are the 500ml. None of this 330 stuff. Especially at Christmas, early Christmas. Yeah, Christmas market in Belgium, mate. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
They do really good food at their markets as well.
I can imagine.
God, I'd get fat. I'd come back like 20 stone heavier. I generally would. Like, all the beer you can drink and just like the food, the chocolate. Oh God.
And the cheese as well.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Fucking sign me up. And where do I go for some of this? when do we get the tickets to go?
Yeah.
Well, we've got another viewer joining us. Hello, whoever you are. If you've just joined us, just seen you pop up. Give us a comment if you're about. And so we are rounding this video off, but typically.
If there's any live viewers right now and had this drink, comment. Let me know what you guys think of it.
Chimay Blue for everyone that's watching.
Want to see if it's everybody's cup of tea or just ours or anything. I think we could have done better with the drink or anything, or.
I mean, I generally think that most people. Well, I say most people. I think a lot of people would agree with us that this is a proper decent drink. Like this is a real good beer to have. But I don't know. Again, like Jimbo said, just come in and comment and just let us know. Let us know if you've had it. Let us know if you know what your thoughts are on it. I did 6 double IPAs on a live stream on Blue Nose Beer Reviews channel. Walked into a wall. Was that physically or a mental wall? Because I would love to know if you walked into a physical wall.
Oh god.
And, like, what? How the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? Do you not know where your doors are or something? Just like, oh, there's a fucking bang. Oh no, that's a wall. I'd like to, but too good to share. Absolutely.
Agree.
Prefer the red to the blue. That's interesting. I'm not keen on the red.
So I've never had the red. What's the big difference between blue and red?
Red was more ale-ish, like, you got that sort of coppery sort of ale taste. It kind of had that to it, but it was a lot more better than English ale. Like, if you look at like London Pride, Old Speckled Hen, it kind of carries their characteristics, but almost brewed on another level.
And that was
I
their
didn't like
beer
it.
that they made, right? Didn't you say?
Sorry?
That was their first beer that they made, the red.
Oh, yeah, first ever beer.
Yeah.
Chimay Red, yeah. The corner of the wall going up the stairs. Fucking hell, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Go down the stairs.
Can you imagine going down the stairs? Corner smash. There we go. Oh god, Joe, I would love to have been a fly on the wall that night just to see Mersey Beers like potentially going into a corner of a wall and then potentially toppling down the stairs. I mean, like, you being framed, 250 quid. Do you think it's both goes nice with dark chocolate? I reckon so. I've never tried it myself, but I would probably say so.
Yeah.
I mean, typically I don't have any dark chocolate. I've finished my bloody beer, so I can't test it.
Yeah, I think it would go well with dark chocolate actually. My wife's got into dark chocolate lately, and I think it's become good.
Yeah, I reckon it will. I mean, they say it goes well with cheese and I think certain fish as well. They said, if I remember rightly, a few years ago. Like just basically things like cod, because cod's got no flavour, but. Yeah, I reckon dark chocolate.
Yeah, I couldn't eat fish with this. I don't know. That's me personally, but
yeah, I could see this more of like with meat. Like maybe like pork or a sort of nice bit of beef.
Yeah,
even some venison, even. But like big gamey meat, that'd be quite nice.
Yeah, I can see that.
Up the stairs and stayed upright, but bruised. Absolutely classic.
There, so that's good.
Absolute classic. Just going up the stairs and smashing into a wall. I love it.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, how would you explain it though if you had a black eye? Like, what happened to you? Like, most people assume you got in a fight. No, I just walked into a corner of a wall. Oh god, yeah. You was going to say?
Oh, I think I'd rate this beer. I wouldn't give it a 10. I'd probably give it a 9.5. Yeah, 9.5.
That's your highest thus far, isn't it? You gave was it Delirium? I think a 9.5, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Duvel, you came down a bit. I think you gave Duvel like an 8.5.
Yeah.
This you've crept back up again.
Yeah, back up again.
So does that mean on the next one you're going down again?
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, the next one is obviously our last one, but we've saved I say we saved the best till last, but that's arguable. But we've saved the strongest till last, which is Trappist Rochford 10, and that comes in at 11.3. So that was I drink that not as much as I should, but I went for a phase where I drank that quite regularly and really got into it, and just kept buying loads of the stuff, but I haven't bought any.
Now, a spoiler for the next video. Is it more expensive than the Chimay? Was it
by about sort of 20p. I think I paid like 4.20.
Okay, so it's above the 4 still. Well,
But having said that, if you know where to look, you can buy it a lot cheaper. It's just that just for convenience sake, I actually went to my local microbrewery that sells this. So for me, it's a 10-minute drive, if that, and I can get some good beer. And I'd rather pay the prices because it's a local business. It's on my doorstep. I ain't got to worry about waiting in for anything. But do your research, have a look online. You can buy it a hell of a lot cheaper. Hell of a lot cheaper. Nice. The top end of £4, yeah.
Wow. Nice. We've got one more comment.
My favourite is dark chocolate by far, especially Belgian truffles. Fair point. Well, as I know, because I've done this myself, these personal beers I've done about 7 or 8 in one sitting, but that was a few years ago. I mean, I was a lot younger then. I'm talking about, 6, maybe 7 years ago. So who knows? If I train my body right, I could probably do the same. Maybe I'll do that one Sunday or something when I've not got work or something, or one Friday night and just test my limit.
Yeah, how was it this morning, by the way?
Who?
The next morning after, how was it?
Do you know what? It wasn't as bad as I thought. I woke up quite sluggish, but I didn't have an headache or anything. I was quite all right, but I didn't eat nothing for probably 7 to 8 hours, and I barely touched any water. I was so dehydrated, which is probably a dumb thing to do, but ideally, if I got up, I was supposed to drink water, but I didn't. I was so full from the night before from drinking so many of them. I didn't eat or drink for like 7 hours, and then when you start to feel like really crappy because you've not eaten, like the empty stomach feel kicked in, the dehydration kicked in. I was like, I should really start eating and drinking. But it did take me at least half a day to get over it, actually. So, the first initial half was fine. And then the second half, my God. A bit of a dumb move to do. But
so looking back,
that's how I build my immunity. I will test myself on a strong beer and see how many I can drink. So, therefore, when I try a next beer that's like 12, 15%, no problem. Drink it, no problem.
That's it.
There you go. That's how you train yourself.
It's such a good beer. You don't need a breakfast in the morning. It's that. So
breakfast? What's breakfast?
You all set?
Imagine just going into work one day, just be like fucking hangover as hell. Like, so what matter with you? Oh, fucking 9 Chimays, mate. Don't need a fucking breakfast. We're all good. Let's crack straight on, guys. But meanwhile, you fucking sway left and right.
I think the worst thing is going in the lift when you're hungry.
Oh, yeah. Stop that.
Yeah.
Specific Trappist Cafe have opened up just after lockdown over the river in Wirral. They have Deauville on keg. Oh, you jammy. West Furlington 12. Are you having a laugh? They've actually got West Furlington 12. Mersey beers. How much are the West Furlington 12s? Because I paid a fucking lot of money for that. Just for those that are watching, West Furlington 12 is the rarest beer in the world.
Really?
I've had all 3 of them. Set me back a lot of money, but I've still got the bottles as well. I kept the empty bottles. Wow. The West Furlington 12's got a gold cap on it. They've got no label. They're just pure black bottles, no labels on them. Then you've got West Furlington 12, which is the strongest at about 10.2. West Furlington 6 and West Furlington 8. One was like 7 or 6%, and the other one was like 8.5%. But what makes West Furlington 12 very rare is the fact that the actual brewery, again, is brewed by monks. And I mean, this is like better than the CIA. This is better than NASA, DARPA all put together. They will not let any fucker in, and I mean any fucker in. To actually get their beer, you have to phone them at a specific time in the morning between, say, 9 and, 10 in the morning. And if you're visiting from overseas, you're only allowed 1 crate per car. So they take your license plate number and they say, right, you're only allowed one crate, and in that crate you're lucky to get like 12 beers.
Proper
and they also frown upon should you sell or resell that beer, but everyone does because that's how it's on the market today. But
yeah,
they aren't online, just in person. Oh, mate, Mersey beers, you need to go down there, and when you do, grab me a couple of West Burlington 12s, because I paid in excess of over 20 quid just for one bottle.
Jesus.
Yeah, my first bottle I paid about 24. Then I found it cheaper and spent about 13 quid after that. So yeah.
Wow.
So for the rarest beer in the world, it's worth it.
And where are they from?
Belgium.
Oh, Belgium as well.
Yeah, and the only reason why they're rare, or the rarest in the world, is because they don't produce a lot of it. So they only produce enough for like a month at a time. So in 2020, they've probably only got, say, roughly, I guess, like 4 pallets. Now, they don't do it in hectolitres, they do it in pallets. Wow. So when you think on a pallet, you could probably get, I don't know, 100 on a pallet. And they're doing 4 of them, so there's only like 400 pallets for the whole year. That's why it's so rare.
Huh.
But absolutely, what a lovely beer that was. It was, yeah. Well, if you both have a car, then yeah, you can get away with it. Supposedly, you can just give 2 different license plate numbers and just pretend you don't know each other. Which, yeah, you could in theory get two crates, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's up to the monks' supervision. Not all the time they actually give you a crate, because it's up to the monks. I've read online where stories of like we turned up at the gates and the monks refused to give us any beer. They've actually turned around. Yeah, probably because you're driving a shit car. You're driving a Fiat 500. Send him home. Send him home. Turn up in a Merc or a BM. You're in.
You're in. That's so cool.
2 crates. Yeah, if you was in separate cars, yeah, they wouldn't, not for one car, one household even, they wouldn't even do that. But yeah, that's up to them.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, I think we've covered about everything now. So
yeah, should we give a little sneak peek, talk about the other channel we're talking about?
We can do, or we could do it in a separate video. It's entirely up to you.
Let's do it in a separate video. Yeah.
Separate video?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. We dropped the hint there, so stay tuned for the next video and we'll explain all. So don't forget, stay tuned.
Excellent. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my video.